What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to be taking a look at Gabumon. Now, I'll be honest with you, the first profile I did of a Digimon and all of their cards was Agumon a couple of days ago. That one did not go down brilliantly, the views were quite low, so let me know if you want these kind of Digimon profiles. If not, we will find some other kind of videos to do. But I do want to talk about Gabumon today. And the reason is, Gabumon, no one seems to be talking about Gabumon, right? Despite the fact that one of the Gabumon cards we've had, and we've had a few, hence why it's worth making this video, is looking like it's going to go down as one of the best cards we've had. So we might as well start there. The one from New Evolution is ridiculous. And it's one of these cards that you look at it and on the face of it, it doesn't necessarily look ridiculous. It looks fine. It looks like a kind of useful card. But I am spending a lot of time at the moment searching around for Digimon deck lists, having a look at deck lists, and I'll tell you what, this one is seeing an awful lot of play. I should actually, while we're here, give a quick shout out to the London Players Guild. I'll pop a link to them in the description. They are also doing videos like this, profiling particular Digimon, etc. I would recommend giving them a look. They are good dudes doing good work for Digimon. But back to this particular Gabumon. It is a free cost to play normally, which is standard for a level 3. A 0 cost to evolve, which is standard for a level 3. And 1000 power, which literally could not be any lower. And I don't mean that like some people use literally. I mean, it literally could not be any lower. If it was 0, it would be destroyed the second it hit the field. And we only work, as it stands at the moment at least, in multiples of 1000. So when I say it literally couldn't be any lower, I mean that literally. But when you play it, you draw a card. And that's why this is so gosh darn good. The Digitama of choice for a lot of blue decks at the moment tends to be Uppermon. Uppermon is the one from New Evolution, whereby if you attack, if there is any Digimon on your opponent's side of the board with no evolution sources, you draw a card. And what we're seeing from blue decks a lot at the moment is a combination of Uppermon and Gabumon just drawing a bunch of cards and being pretty gosh darn happy about it. Now, the cool thing here is that we are going to have to play these at some point anyway. Like, let's take Uppermon as an example. First turn, you hatch him into the raising area. And then hopefully you evolve it. And then at the beginning of turn 2, you move it from the raising area onto the field. And then at the beginning of turn 3, you hatch another one. I've made this point in a few videos at this stage. You basically get to hatch one Digitama every 2 turns. That's the way it works. So you're going to be playing a bunch of Digimon anyway that you are literally just having to pay normally. Why not pay free to play one which has 3000 power? That seems good to me, ladies and gentlemen. That seems like a very sensible idea. Now, there are cheaper options out there. I'm sure we could find a 2-cost blue if we really looked for one. And just to be clear, we can. It's Armadillomon, who actually has 4000 power, or Elecmon, that only has 3000 power, but Elecmon you don't have to pay to evolve, whereas Armadillomon you do, so you always run the risk of having to evolve it because you don't really have much of a choice, and then putting yourself in an awkward position moving forward. You have been warned. And actually, while we're here, we could head on over to the starter decks and see that Elecmon is literally just a reprint of Gomamon. Not Gabumon, they're kind of similar. Maybe he'll get his own profile in the future. So yes, you can play some cheaper level 3s. So the question basically becomes, is it worth paying the extra memory in order to get an extra card? And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, yes. An awful lot of the time it is. Plus, you'll see a bunch of decks that actually do play a combination of them. You'll see they're actually playing Gabumon to draw a card, and they're playing Gabumon just as a 2-cost level 3 with a decent amount of power. The point I'm making here is that if you're going to be playing a level 3 anyway and you're not going to be evolving it, you're just playing it from hand, you might as well go for this one. It is always worth remembering that these play skills are exactly that. They are not evolution skills. They are play skills. You only get them when you play the card. You do not get them when you evolve the card. Now, we might as well have a little bit of a look at the starter deck here. Now, there is a Gabumon in the starter deck, and stats-wise, it's not good. Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, it's really not good. 3 cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 2,000 power, no. But it has got an inheritable skill. And the inheritable skill says that when you attack, remember inheritable skills only work for Digimon that evolve from it, not from the Digimon itself. You remove 1 evolution source from the bottom of one of your opponent's level 5 or less Digimon. As soon as they get to level 6, it doesn't work, but that's alright. As a side note here, if you are going down this route, I would recommend having a play around with the Gabumon, also from the starter deck, because when you attack, having evolved from that one, you remove 1 evolution source from your opponent's Digimon. So essentially here, if you go Gabumon up into Gabumon and then attack, you can actually remove 2 evolution sources. That's pretty sweet, quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty gosh darn sweet. Now, in terms of getting rid of evolution sources, this is kind of what Blue do. This is what Blue want to do. The example I give quite a lot is the Gabumon, also from the starter set, whereby during your turn, while your opponent has any Digimon with no evolution sources, you get security attack +1. And remember that when you're using these skills, if you're the active player, you choose the order in which they apply. I.e., if you go from Gabumon into Gabumon into Gabumon, when you attack, you remove an evolution source, then you remove another evolution source, and then, would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen, now there is a Digimon with no evolution sources, now you get the security attack +1. So clearly a very powerful combo going on here. And I like this with Gabumon. I think it's a really nice inheritable skill. The problem is, when we're looking at inheritable skills, we then need to start looking at all the level 3s with inheritable skills and trying to decide whether, in fact, this is better than the alternatives. And the answer a lot of the time is yes. Level 3s, frankly, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have really any level 3 Digimon with really good inheritable skills other than Gabumon. And Gabumon is the real competition here. It's got an inheritable skill whereby if it is destroyed, you gain a memory. Clearly, this is phenomenal if you evolve it into a blocker like Grizzlymon. So then you block and get destroyed and then gain a memory in the process. Clearly, that's a really, really good idea here. So there is a decision to be made. And speaking of getting rid of evolution sources, the other Gabumon, the promo one, did come out in the original promo pack. It's probably my least favourite of them. It is a 4 cost to play normally, and you remove an evolution source from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon when you play it. And honestly, my biggest issue with this Gabumon is New Evolution Gabumon. You see, New Evolution Gabumon has a skill whereby when you play it, you draw a card. And it costs 1 less to play. So you can either draw a card while saving a memory, and yes, I know that you're weaker in power, but a lot of the time, you're going to be evolving up and that's not going to matter. Or you pay an extra memory, and you get to remove an evolution source. But the issue here is we've got so many good ways of getting rid of evolution sources. I've shown you the Gabumon that does it. Over in New Evolution, we've got the Blue Tamer, very nice Tamer. Remember, all of these 4-cost Tamers have the exact same skill, whereby when you start your turn with 1 or 2 memory, it immediately gets pushed up to 3. And if it's in play and you play a blue Digimon, you may rest Matashita and then discard an evolution source. My point is, as much as blue decks want to get rid of evolution sources, and a lot of the time they do, there's still so many options most of the time for just kind of ignoring it. Like ignoring this Gabumon and going, you know what? We've got other things we can do to get rid of evolution sources. Let's use our level 3s to draw. And incidentally, right, from all of this stuff I'm seeing around online, the combination of Uppamon and Gabumon seems to be one of the great combos, secrets, call it what you will, of the early days of the Digimon trading card game. Being able to give yourself that much extra consistency really is a boon to an awful lot of decks, and I don't think this is a combo that anyone is going to stop playing in the near future. When I finished my Agumon video, I told you, you know what? It really does depend as to exactly which one of these is going to be best under particular circumstances. I don't feel the same here. I do believe there is a best Gabumon, and I think the early testing, and let's be super clear here, right? We are talking super early testing, is bearing my opinion out here. I think the one from New Evolution does stand noticeably above the others. But I'd like to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, me nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.